From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And this opening dynamic. Kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. forced out to his left. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A first down carry for Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Hey, middle.
Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Yo. Go ahead. Middle. Sit up.
From the gun, Jackson steps away. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers from 13 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Motion man right is Rice. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. That'll be caught by Rice. And out of bounds. The other side of midfield at the 45. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Yellow. Easy. Right side.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That was Travis Jones working his way through and sticking him behind the line.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Inside handoff, Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Shakes off the sack. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
No, we changed it.
Jackson steps away to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Henry up the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Jackson from the shotgun. Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
2nd and 10.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Hey, 57 color. 57 color. Watch out.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to try and go deep again. And got his man complete. He's to the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 88 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. Now a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henry. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's Jackson. Being chased out left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mahomes now to throw. This is caught at the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And again, it's Mahomes. This is caught. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. The frustration going to set in as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Yellow.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is Rice. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. It's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Play action. Now Jackson. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now a handoff to Henry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9. They go play action with Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. Brandon Stevens there on the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Odafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes finding the talented DeAndre Hopkins. And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Jackson now, rolling to his left. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 53 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Quick throw into the hands of Hopkins out wide. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and 6.
Hey, 43.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
This is 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Throwing, Jackson.
Buying time to his left.
That is caught, Bateman.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Jackson to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Mahomes going to throw it here.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come back.
Mahomes now to throw.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team